Hey, 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 my Facebook family. Oh, yeah. John Bush here, about to spill a whole box of Kratom while I drive. Distracted. I am going to talk to you today about FOMO, a term in the cryptocurrency world, fear of missing out. I want to talk about, Bitcoin is everywhere, all over the place, all over my Facebook feed, which is only natural because I have a bunch of Facebook friends that are into crypto, but it's popping off mainstream style, and a bunch of my friends from high school are hitting me up, asking me about it, and it's all over the news. Again, it's basically everywhere, and it's happening, and it's just Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is just now beginning to puncture into mainstream society. There are still a lot of gains to be made. So I'm seeing a two-factor thing going on here. I'm seeing people that have been involved in cryptocurrency for a while beating themselves up for selling early. There's a lot of people that bought Bitcoin at $50 and sold it at $300, made massive gains, but now they're like, holy shit, I used to have 30 or 40 Bitcoin that would be worth $300,000 right now. And they're upset with themselves. There's also a lot of people that are waiting on the fence because they think that Bitcoin is too expensive to get involved. So I want to address that because both of these are limiting beliefs. And our thoughts and our beliefs are extremely important when it comes to our quality of life, our success in business, investments, entrepreneurship. And I'm extremely grateful to be involved in the cryptocurrency space for quite some time now. And now that I'm into spirituality and self-improvement, there are so many wonderful opportunities for growth when it comes to cryptocurrency. And one of those is learning to accept things as they are and to let go. So first I want to share my example of fear of missing out and selling too early and how I've overcome that. And instead, I've decided to focus on wealth and abundance and how I can generate more income so I can get more cryptocurrency. There was a time at PorcFest, must have been 2011, where we were selling breakfast tacos for a Bitcoin each. That's right, one breakfast taco, they must have been selling USD for like $3 or something for one Bitcoin. Gobbling up Bitcoin left and right. In fact, one of our friends got a Cassasius coin, and I think she still has it today, and it was a Cassasius coin that had a misprint. A Cassasius coin is a physical coin that has a public key and a private key that's behind a sticker. So that's right. So we were receiving Bitcoin when Bitcoin were $3, and we spent all of them. We then got more Bitcoin when Bitcoin was like $120, and it shot up to like $300 or $400, and we used some of that money, Catherine and I, to pay for our wedding. We made gains, so there, it's hard to beat yourself up when you make money. Losing money is a whole other thing, but you still have to learn to accept that and gather whatever wisdom you can from that so you don't repeat the mistakes that you made in the future. Every single thing is an opportunity for learning and growth, and everything is good. It's all good, man. Someone's like, yeah, I lost 50,000 in the markets. Fuck you. We also bought Bitcoin when it was like $1,110, I believe. We bought a whole Bitcoin with some of our wedding money, only to watch Bitcoin crash down to like $400 shortly thereafter. So I've been on a ride the whole time. I've received a lot of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies has come into my possession and my family. In fact, we worked with the Dash protocol. Dash is worth like $600 now, and we worked with the Dash protocol for, I think it was a 3-month contract, and we got paid a few hundred Dash each month to sponsor our Dash Across America road trip. Now at the time, this was the equivalent of like $10,000 worth of Dash. They were around $10 each. On our trip, they went up to $14 and $15 and went back down, and we were like, holy shit, look at this, it went up so much, this is amazing. And we spent them all on the trip. I don't know if we even came home with any. I think we came home with a handful, and I'm still holding on to one. But now Dash is worth like $600, and at one point we had 1,000 of them come through our possession. Okay, so I want to share with you that I'm not beating myself up over this. I have experienced abundance due to cryptocurrency. I never held on to it and became a Bitcoin millionaire, and I still have people that are like, holy shit, dude, you must be loaded right now. And I'm like, no, not loaded. Still wish I could buy more groceries at a time. But here's my deal. I am grateful for all the abundance that cryptocurrency has provided me. I am grateful that cryptocurrency is thriving right now and more people are getting involved, because I am a passionate anarchist and I know that decentralization is the key to freedom in our future, and the market is agreeing with me, and it's just further demonstrating how archaic, unethical fiat central bank money is. So that's a beautiful thing that everyone can be grateful for. But here's the catch for me. I'm not beating myself up about all the cryptocurrency that came in and out and how I could have tons of Bitcoin right now worth $10,000 and be loaded and pay my car off and travel the country and the world or whatever. So here's what my thinking of it is. I've always had an income problem, right? My problem has been I had a bunch of Bitcoin, and we knew the age-old adage from Bitcoin, HOLD, spelled with HODL, stands for hold on for dear life. The whole time we knew we need to hold this cryptocurrency because it's going to be worth way more one day. But I was in an financial situation such that I didn't have such a high income. And I had to feed my family, pay bills, pay debt, pay for car to be repaired and shit. So we had to cash out the crypto because we didn't have any other savings. That was our savings. So I came to learn it wasn't such a problem as me spending it when I shouldn't have. Rather, it was a problem with my income. I wasn't earning enough money to be able to save and hold that cryptocurrency long term. That was a valuable lesson that I learned. That kind of rhymes. So next time I won't get burned. Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. Right now, my goal is to make as much money as I possibly can so I can earn more cryptocurrency and hold it without having to spend it. So for those of you out there that are like, man, I can't afford it. First, you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. That's a misunderstanding. People are like, oh, it's 10,000. I can't afford a Bitcoin. You can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. You can buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. You can buy a tenth of a Bitcoin for 1,000. You can buy 0.01 Bitcoin, a hundredth of a Bitcoin for $10. No, I'm sorry, for $100. Wow, that's incredible. You can buy $20 worth of Bitcoin or $50 worth of Bitcoin. So for those of you that think you missed the boat, the price is too high now to get involved, just remember this day. This is what I've been saying for years now. Remember this day when Bitcoin is $11,000 and you think it's too expensive, because a year from now when Bitcoin is 20 or 50,000 or maybe even more, you're going to be like, God damn, I should have bought in when Bitcoin was 11,000. Same people said that when Bitcoin was 8,000, 5,000, 1,000. Shit, I missed the boat. I should have bought in. No, buy in now. If you don't have enough money to invest in something like this, which you may lose your money, or you may say like, man, I'm gonna scrounge up $1,000 and I'm gonna buy Bitcoin, even though it's at the all-time high, it's $11,000. Let's say it's $10,000 and Bitcoin goes down 10%. You're like, holy shit, I just lost $100. You gotta scrap that mindset, my friends. And if that happens, you need to add to your position. So if you buy Bitcoin at $10,000 and it goes down 10% to $9,000, you buy more. Let's say you pay another $1,000 worth. Now your average position of buying is $9,500 instead of $10,000 of Bitcoin, and you've improved your position. Does that make sense? Rather than beating yourself up that the price went down and you bought in when it was a little higher, buy more when it's lower. Buy. We are yet to fully realize the value that Bitcoin has to offer. And yes, it is in large part driven by speculation at this point, and unfortunately, the real-world application and use of Bitcoin has yet to really take foot. And believe me, I've been there, driving adoption. Brave New Books was the first brick and mortar in the state of Texas to accept Bitcoin. I did a Dash to adoption effort to try to get 100 businesses to start accepting Dash. I was only able to get like 33, which is still a shitload of businesses. But this shit's not even really being used. It's going to come to a point where people swipe their credit cards at the grocery store. They have no idea what credit card system's going on in the background. You send a check, you don't know about the Federal Reserve Clearinghouse. Pretty soon, blockchain technology is going to replace all of that, and everyone's going to be using blockchain to send and receive money, and they're not even going to know about it. And there's going to be so much volume on Bitcoin network and blockchain networks. Even if banks use their own blockchain and it's not on Bitcoin, Bitcoin was the first to market, has the largest network effect. It's going to add to the credence and legitimacy of this currency. Okay, so that's the idea. You feel like you missed out. If you're beating yourself up, I see everyone, oh my God, I shouldn't have sold at 300. I shouldn't have sold at 5,000. Oh my God, I'd be so much more loaded right now. It's okay, my friends. If you made money, give yourself a pat on the back. If you lost money, what lessons can I learn from it? And just do it all over again, man. Get yourself some more Bitcoin at 10,000 and hold on to it. You won't be beating yourself up when Bitcoin's 20,000. Here's a simple trick. For those of you that can invest 1,000, 5,000, or 10,000 at a time, determine what you can afford to invest, which also should be what you can afford to lose. Determine what you can afford to invest every month or every week. So let's say my current financial position, I can afford about $200 worth of cryptocurrency a month to invest. Set that money aside and buy it either on the same day every month, the beginning of the month, or watch the markets. It's a good idea to get in tune with the markets if you're going to be investing in it anyway. Watch the markets, have your $200 set aside, and it's ready at the beginning of the month. You saved it last month, and buy a dip. When Bitcoin goes down 2.5%, 5%, 10%, that's when you buy. Do this every single month. If you had been doing this for the past several months, the past several years, you would be winning. That's a way to do it. Work it into your financial savings plans, because cryptocurrency is the future, ladies and gentlemen, and there's going to be a lot of millionaires made. There's a shifting of wealth taking place right now, and it's a phenomenal, beautiful thing. So, for those of you who think you missed the boat, the sails are yet to be set, and in fact, the ship isn't even finished being built. I have a cop behind me. I have this phone low enough, so hopefully I don't get pulled over for using my phone. But if I do, I'll give you guys one hell of a show that flex my rights and ask him if he's heard about Bitcoin. So that's the story. Same thing for those of you that are like beating yourself up because you sold Bitcoin when it was 500, you bought it when it was 100. Just do it again. This is only the beginning. Institutional money is flowing into Bitcoin right now. That is why the price is getting high. Of course, China and Japan have a whole lot to do with it. But there was news that a futures trading institutional legacy SEC-approved vehicle for putting money into Bitcoin is coming about. And so there's lots of millionaires and very wealthy people that haven't got involved because they saw it as too much of a risk. Now that Wall Street and legacy financial institutions are getting involved, more and more of these old school wealthy people that are hedge fund managers and sitting on billions of dollars, they're going to start flooding their money into Bitcoin. And this ETF is supposed to launch before the end of the year. So there's going to be even more money coming into cryptocurrency, and it is only just the beginning. There's people with billions of dollars waiting in the wings for the right opportunity, and when that happens, I can assure you that the cryptocurrency is going to go way up. And again, this price action is in large part being driven to speculation. There isn't so much utility taking place right now, which I hate to admit because I've been pimping Bitcoin for over half a decade now, and I guess probably since 2010. So yeah, like 7 years. And I always used to sell the value proposition. It's a fast, safe, secure, it costs little to nothing to send money right now. Well, Bitcoin's going through some growing pains, and it doesn't cost little to nothing to get your transaction included in the next block and verified within 10 minutes. It costs like $3 or $4, which kind of sucks, but that's all getting worked out, and this is just the infancy. It's just the beginning. So Bitcoin's a huge fucking deal. Try to step outside, think outside of the box, and think about, on a bigger picture, how in the early days of the internet, people were like, what the fuck is this? The internet? I don't know how to work this. This shit's convoluted. And then the killer app came out, AOL.com, and now we have AOL accounts and usernames. We got these forums, and we can access the World Wide Web in a simple way. Boom, adoption soars. Now everyone takes the internet for granted. We are still in the early days of cryptocurrency right now. It's likens to the beginning of the internet. And you, who's watching this, are in the know. So I've seen it from the beginning. I got in after it was like a nerd thing, and like these crypto geeks would trade it, and it was worth absolutely nothing. That was shortly before my time. I got in it when the libertarians and the anarchists started getting involved, and they're like, holy shit, this money can overthrow the government and unseat the central banks. And then you slowly start seeing it come on television, and then the price shoots up to $1,100 in 2013, and it's all over the place on the media. People are still weird about it, not getting in. Fast forward, there's more adoption. You got Overstock.com, Dell.com. It's beginning to be legitimate. It's working through growing pains. There's forks, and it doesn't kill the cryptocurrency. Governments try to ban it. They decide not to. They don't want all the innovation and money to go offshores. Fast forward to today, and friends from my high school are hitting me up. Hey, I see that you've been in Bitcoin for a while. I just got involved. I just bought in. Fast forward to today, and hundreds of millions of dollars from institutional investors are flowing in right now, and it's only the beginning. So one more time, if you think you missed the boat, I'm here to tell you the sails are yet to be set, and we've barely finished building the ship. So get in on the ground floor, motherfuckers, and set yourself up for life. And again, a great buying strategy for those that don't have $10,000 or $5,000 to buy at once is to determine what you can afford to invest every month, set that money aside, and buy the dip, and do that shit every month. Okay, my name's John Bush. I also offer cryptocurrency consultations at the rate of $50 an hour. It's an extremely valuable proposition. I will educate you in more detail about why Bitcoin is so valuable and why I think it's here to stay. I will help you to set up a wallet and give you quadruple redundancy security so you don't fuck it up and so it's hacker proof. I'll show you how to buy Bitcoin safely and securely. And finally, I'll give you the lowdown on some alternative cryptocurrencies that may be worth your while. That's all $50 an hour. So think about it like this. If you're going to invest $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000, spend a couple hours with me, $50 to $100, and I'll make sure that that investment is safe and secure from hackers, and more importantly, safe and secure from yourself. John Bush, signing out. Peace, freedom. Get yourself some Bitcoin, baby. It's never too late. For those of you that are like, oh my God, it's 11,000. It's going to be too late. Remember this day in a month or two or in a year when Bitcoin is 15 to 25,000, and you're going to wish you bought in now.